Today's topic, the chain rule. The following are the steps we follow when we apply the chain rule. Number one, find the derivative of the outer function. Number two, find the derivative of the inner function. Example number one, y is equal to the quantity 3x squared minus 5 to the power 8. We must figure out which one is the outer function and which one is the inner function. The chain rule is a method of finding the derivative of a composite function. In the composite function f of g of x is the input or inner function. F of x is the output or outer function. If g of x is equal to 3x squared minus 5 and f of x is equal to x to the power 8, and if g of x is plugged into x in f of x and 3x squared minus 5 is plugged into x in x to the power 8, then f of g of x is equal to the quantity 3x squared minus 5 to the power 8. F of g of x is equal to y, and y is equal to the quantity 3x squared minus 5 to the power 8. To find the derivative of f of g of x, we use the chain rule. The derivative of f of g of x with respect to x is equal to the derivative of f of g of x times the derivative of g of x. The outer function in the example is the function to the power 8. And the inner function is 3x squared minus 5, which is inside the parentheses. To find the derivative of the outer function, we are going to use the power rule. The derivative of x to the power n with respect to x is equal to n times x to the power n minus 1. Assume that 3x squared minus 5 is the value of x and 8 is the value of n. This is now equal to the derivative of y with respect to x. Write 8 before the parentheses and then subtract 1 from 8. So this is now equal to 8 times the quantity 3x squared minus 5 to the power 7. Then find the derivative of the inner function. 3 times 2 or 2 times 3. Then subtract 1 from the exponent 2. So we have 6x. Then the derivative of 5 being constant is 0. So 6x minus 0 is 6x. So multiply this by 6x times 6x. And then multiply 8 by 6x. 48x times the quantity 3x squared minus 5 to the power 7. So the answer is 48x times the quantity 3x squared minus 5 to the power 7. Example number 2. Y is equal to the cube root of 6x minus 7. The first thing to do is to write the cube root of 6x minus 7 in exponential form. This is equal to y is equal to the quantity 6x minus 7 to the power 1/3. And then figure out which one is the outer function and which one is the inner function. The outer function is the function to the power 1/3. And the inner function is 6x minus 7, which is inside the parentheses. To find the derivative of the outer function, we are going to use the power rule. The derivative of x to the power n with respect to x is equal to n times x to the power n minus 1. Assume that 6x minus 7 is the value of x and 1/3 is the value of n. So this is now equal to the derivative of y with respect to x. Write 1/3 before the parentheses and then subtract 1 from 1/3. So this is now equal to 1/3 times the quantity 6x minus 7 to the power 1/3 minus 1. Then find the derivative of 6x minus 7. It is understood the exponent of x here is 1, so 1 times 6 is 6. And then subtract 1 from the exponent of x, so this becomes x raised to 0. X raised to 0 is equal to 1, so 6 times 1. The derivative of 7 being constant is 0. So 6 minus 0 is equal to 6. So I'll multiply this by 6 times 6. And then simplify 1/3 minus 1. 1/3 minus 1 is 1/3 minus 3 over 3. 1 can be written as 3 over 3 because 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1. And this is equal to negative 2/3. So replace this by negative 2/3. We have now 1/3 times the quantity 6x minus 7 to the power negative 2/3 times 6. And then multiply 1/3 by 6 times the quantity 6x minus 7 to the power negative 2/3. 1/3 of 6 is equal to 2 over, to make this exponent negative 2/3 positive, write this below the line of division. So we have 2 over the quantity 6x minus 7 to the power 2/3. So the answer is 2 over the quantity 6x minus 7 to the power 2/3.